Hi everyone, this is Module 9, Lesson 14, and today we are going to take a closer look at text structure. Today's reading focus is on text structure, so we're going to look at the overall structure of the events, ideas, concepts, and information in the text. Our learning target today is I can describe the overall text structure. A text structure is the way that the author organizes the information that is written within the text. And authors organize their texts in many different ways. They choose their text structure depending on what they're writing about. There are 5 main nonfiction text structures: description, order and sequence, cause and effect, compare and contrast, and problem and solution. But today we're going to take a really close look at the structure, order, and sequence. Texts that are written this way are written in chronological order. In a text that's in an order and sequence format, the events are put in the order that they happened, or chronological order. The transition words that you normally see in an order and sequence text are before, first, next, then, last, and after. So let's look at an example of a little story that shows how these transition words are used to show chronological order. Before I get ready each morning, I make breakfast. First, I toast some bread. Next, I put some peanut butter on the toast. Then I add some sliced banana. Last, I eat my breakfast. After I am done eating, I get dressed for school. So these transition words really help me as a reader to see what happens before each event and what happens after, and it gives the feeling of a sequence. So things are being explained in the order that they happen. In biographies specifically, the authors often use chronological order to arrange the events in a real person's life. So I'm going to read this page from the book Seeds of Change, and I want you to think about the order in which the events occur as you listen to me read it. Wangari's parents knew she was smart and a hard worker. Although it was unusual for a girl to be educated, they decided to send her to school. They knew she would not disappoint them. After some time to arrange for fees and supplies, Wangari's mother came to her. "You are going to school," she told her daughter. Wangari grinned widely and hugged her mother. "Thank you," she cried. "I will make you proud." Wangari walked the long road to a one-room schoolhouse with walls made of mud, a floor of dirt, and a roof of tin. In time, she learned to copy her letters and trace numbers. Wangari's letters soon made words, and her words made sentences. She learned how numbers could be added and subtracted, multiplied, and divided. Animals and plants, she discovered, were like human beings in many ways. They needed air, water, and nourishment too. When Wangari finished elementary school, she was 11 years old. Her mind was like a seed rooted in rich soil, ready to grow. Wangari wanted to continue her education, but to do so, she would have to leave her village and move to the capital city of Nairobi. Wangari had never been farther than her valley's ridge. She was scared. So sometimes in text, they don't use the exact transition words that we discussed earlier, but there are ways for us to understand the order of events. And particularly on this page, it tells about how when she was a young girl, her parents decided to send her to school, and then it gives some information all the way up until she finished elementary school. So let's look at the exact order of these events. In the first paragraph, we learn that Wangari's family decides to send her to school. And as we keep reading, we learn that she learns about words, numbers, plants, and animals. And eventually she finishes elementary school at age 11. And then the last bit of information on this page is that she wants to continue her education, but she's scared about moving to the city. Now let's see how the order of events is portrayed on this page. Wangari was an excellent student and science became her favorite subject. She especially loved studying living organisms, she learned, and they were made from 2 molecules of oxygen bonded together. Bodies were made up of cells. Leaves changed color because of photosynthesis. As graduation neared, Wangari told her friends she wanted to become a biologist. Not many Native women become scientists, they told her. I will, she said. Wangari would have to travel halfway around the world to the United States to study biology. She had never left Kenya and had little money. But with her teacher's help, she won a scholarship to a college in Kansas. America was very different from Kenya. In college, many of Wangari's science professors were women. From them, she learned that a woman could do anything she wanted, even if it hadn't been done before. While Wangari discovered how molecules move under a microscope lens and how cells divide in petri dishes, she also found her strength as a woman scientist. As she graduated from college, Wangari traveled to Pennsylvania to continue her studies. Letters from home told Wangari about changes in Kenya. The people had elected a Kiyuku president, Jomo Kenyatta. Proud of her country and proud to be Kiyuku, Wangari decided to return home to Kenya to help her people. America had changed Wangari. She had discovered a spirit of possibility and freedom that she wanted to share with Kenyan women. She accepted a teaching job at the University of Nairobi. Not many women were professors then, and even fewer taught science. Wangari led the way for other women and girls. She worked for equal rights so that female scientists would be treated with the same respect as male scientists. So again, on this page, they don't always use the transition words that we discussed, but we can look at the order of events in terms of the time and period in which they happened. So let's go back to the beginning. First, we learn that science becomes her favorite subject. And this is after she finished elementary school. Next, we learn that she decides that she wants to become a biologist. And then she wins a scholarship and is able to go to college in Kansas. So she leaves her country and comes to America to go to school in Kansas. And then once she finishes college, she travels to Pennsylvania to continue studying. But eventually, she returns to Kenya and accepts a teaching job. So today for your independent work, you are going to retell a portion of this biography in your own words. Remember, when you retell a story, you tell the important parts in the correct order. So you want to think about focusing on the character, the settings, and then the beginning, middle, and end of whatever portion you're retelling. The retelling a story is a strategy that helps us to understand the story better, and it actually helps us to remember it longer. While you work today, you can use transition words we learned in this lesson to help you as you retell the text. You can choose any portion of the biography that you would like to retell while you're making sure that you're including the events from the section in accurate chronological order or the order that they happened. That is all today for Order and Sequence. Have a great day, and I will see you soon.